I had like the ideal Christian upbringing and very loving parents, very Christ-centered home, and I basically grew up in and out of the church. And I believed in the God of Christianity. I believed in Jesus Christ, but I never had a personal relationship with Jesus. I never knew of him as my Savior. When I was in high school, I first saw a program on television called Ancient Aliens. When I was confronted with this alleged evidence that we had been visited in the past by maybe beings from another star system or something, the question started arising, okay, did Jesus have to die for all of their sins too? Which day did God make aliens? And as I started to come to terms with some of the evidence for an old universe and with the existence of what I believe to be alien life, the biblical worldview that I had been raised with just kind of went out the window. During one period of my involvement in the New Age movement, I was really into astral projection, this idea that we could consciously disconnect our spirit from our bodies and then just kind of travel around in what's called the astral realm. There was one night when I went to bed and I had this really vivid dream, a lucid dream where I was conscious. Within my dream, I was pulled up above my house, above my neighborhood, and in front of me appeared this being with red skin and a red cloak. And he actually had a third eye, and his third eye opened at me. And when it opened at me, I was like kind of disoriented for about 3 seconds and things went black. And then when I came to, I was hovering over my bed, 4 feet up in the air over my bed. And I was looking around my room and then I realized, oh my gosh, I'm out of my body. And then for the next 5 minutes, I was fighting to try and get back into my body. And that's when I realized that I was dealing with something scary, something dangerous, something that was bigger than me. When you have experiences like this, or when you have psychedelic experiences, any kind of transcendental experience that you have, it's the nature of the human spirit to lust for that which is insatiable. And so I just wanted more. So it reached a point where my research and my involvement in New Age information and practices was getting so deep that I decided to start a Facebook page as a way to centralize all this research I had come across. And my Facebook page started growing as I started connecting with other Facebook pages, and before you know it, you have a network of 10 to 15 pages with 500,000 likes on your Facebook page. And I ended up creating a website called Spirit Science and Metaphysics. And this website was a New Age website teaching things like reincarnation, false theories of the afterlife, meditation, astral projection. And my website was getting around 250,000 views a day. It was making me tens of thousands of dollars a month. For a while, I was actually the lead author for the largest New Age website in the world. And for me, this was all just confirmation and affirmation that the universe was on my side and that I was doing what God wanted me to do. So this went on for a few years. And during this time, my sin life was just getting worse and worse and worse. I was destroying people around me. I was miserable. I was an addict. I had what I believed to be spiritual knowledge of the truth of God, of the human spirit, and I thought I had the practices and experiences to prove it, but it wasn't bearing any fruit in my life in terms of happiness or joy or freedom. I was a slave to sin, and I was a slave to myself. I was a slave to my own psychology.